Are you heading to Disney World for the summer of 2025? Here are the 5 essential must-knows before you make that vacation visit. Hey, my name is Juliet. I'm all about navigating the parks in style and helping you do it too. Today, we're talking about summer 2025 at Disney World. But before I get into it, if you hit the subscribe button right now, you're gonna stay in touch with my latest tips and tricks for Walt Disney World, and you're also gonna help out the channel a ton. Summer brings with it some really cool opportunities, but also some unique challenges. And I'm prepping for all of this because I've already got 2 Walt Disney World summer vacations on the books, one of which is in August, which is like the peak of Disney World summer. I'm gonna make sure you are prepared for all the obstacles, all the opportunities. So let's get into your summer 2025 essential must-knows. All right, number 1 is to make sure you're taking advantage of these special summer discounts and deals. Believe it or not, summer is actually one of the more affordable times to visit Disney World, probably because, there is that little thing called the heat. But there are so many discounts that are live right now. Even if you booked your trip quite a while ago, I'd actually recommend doing a cross comparison just to make sure you're getting the best price. I'm gonna give you a quick overview of what the discounts are right now for the summer. The brand new deal that just popped up is specific for Disney Plus subscribers. This is the cheapest room rate that's happened in years at Disney World. They're offering up standard rooms at the All-Star Sports Resort for as cheap as $99 a night. The other included resorts are Port Orleans, Art of Animation, Saratoga, and Animal Kingdom Lodge. I'm gonna leave the average nightly prices for those up on the screen above. The only catch with this one, you need to be staying 2 nights or longer, and this is valid all the way through July 31st. Now, if you planned a longer trip or you're not interested in those hotels, there's still a discount option for you. This is the Stay Longer and Save up to 30% off, very catchy name, I know, Disney World Summer Deal. This deal lets you stay at deluxe resorts, but the catch here is you need to be staying in the month of August, and you also need to book for more than 5 nights. And this deal is up to 30% off, which means you're likely gonna see rates on the website that are closer to 15 or 20, and maybe the rare 30% off if you get lucky. That's it on the hotel offers, but there are 2 discounts that you can take advantage of for park tickets. One's great if you've got children in your group, and it's valid through the whole summer. If you're visiting for more than 3 days, you'll be able to get half off on your park tickets for kids in the eligible age range. Now, if you're looking for discounted park tickets for adults, there is an option for your summer visits too, and that's this 3-day, 3-park ticket pass. The rates are great for this. This starts at $89 per day, but the weird bit with these tickets is they're only valid to visit Hollywood Studios, EPCOT, and Animal Kingdom. So if Magic Kingdom is on your must list, yeah, this ticket's gonna leave you out in the cold. Okay, phew, we've covered all the deals. So now let's move on to your packing list, and that means number 2, you need to be prepared for all kinds of weather. One of the most challenging parts of a summer visit is you are not only going to be dealing with lots of heat, and believe me, I have absolutely been there, but also lots of rain too. I have definitely been in the park without an umbrella or poncho and gotten soaked to the bone on my summer visits. Believe me, you don't want this to be you. Now, there are a couple of tried and true strategies for this. That starts off for me with packing the right supplies. You want to bring all of your hot weather essentials, packing lightweight clothing, investing in fans and cooling towels, and being outfitted with the right rain gear for your group. Typically, I opt for using an umbrella. With small kids, ponchos are definitely a lifesaver. And don't forget to consider how your shoes are gonna hold up to the rain. Nothing is worse than having a pair of sneakers that are soaked through and totally unusable for the next day. Packing a pair of alternates and shoes that can handle the weather is key. Now, while having the right kit with you for heat and rain is great, I find that the even better strategy here is to avoid the weather when you can in a summer visit. No brainer here, but obviously midday is gonna be the hottest weather of the day, and you'll also find that around 2 p.m. is when the rain typically kicks in. That's why for summer trips, I love to take a midday hotel break in order to avoid the worst of the temperatures and to also avoid a lot of the rain too. This will leave you refreshed for the end of the day where the temperatures will be better, and we'll talk more about how the crowds will be better then too. I know it may be really tempting on your vacation to try to cram in as much as you can in a single day, but I promise you, you'll find you might actually get more done with a midday break than you would otherwise. Okay, number 3, let's talk about your plan for dealing with summer crowds. With the amazing upside of having lower prices, of course, lots of vacation time in the summer, also comes pretty big crowds at Disney World, because everybody, let's face it, is doing the summer vacation thing. But deep breath and say it with me, even if it's crowded, I can have a good time. Yes, even if it's crowded, I can have a good deep breath. Even if it's crowded, I can have a good time. Now, the first way to manage crowds is to, as I jokingly call it, pay for power. And what I mean by that is to pay to shortcut the lines with a Lightning Lane Multipass. Lightning Lane Multipass is a add-on purchase to your park ticket. You'll need 1 multipass for every single person on your party who wants to do a ride, but it will allow you shorter wait times for most most of the rides at the park. This will average you about $25 to $35 per person per day, but I will tell you that if you want to do a lot of rides during a summer visit to Disney World, I think this is kind of a no-brainer. Even if this means trimming other areas to your budget, like where you eat for dining or where you stay at your hotel, I do think it's worth it if rides are a real priority for your group. Definitely pre-purchase this and make sure you're prepared for your 7-day out from your trip start booking window so that you can grab the best Lightning lanes possible. Now, what if you don't want to splurge on the extra cash for Lightning Lane Multipass? The other option for you is one of my personal favorites, which is called the Edges of the Day crowd strategy. For me, working the edges of the day means that I opt to head to the park early in the morning or later on in the day. And if you've been paying attention, yes, this works quite nicely with your midday hotel break. Why this strategy works is that the crowds will always be at their emptiest, summer or not, early in the morning and later in the evening, meaning more practically that some of the best opportunities for short ride wait times are between 8 and 11 a.m. and after 5 p.m. I typically try to do a blend of both of these so I can get a nice start in the morning, take my nice relaxing resort lunch midday, and maybe a little bit of a nap and some pool time. And once I'm recharged, heading back into the parks so I can blitz a ton of rides in the evening and close them out. Give the Edges of the Day strategy a try and you will be surprised by how few people you see in the park. Number 4, be prepared for construction and what's closed. All right, this is pretty easy, but I think there's really nothing worse than being caught off guard on your vacation by being really excited for that one big attraction or ride and it not being open. What you need to expect: Big Thunder Mountain is going to be closed for the entire summer. It's undergoing a pretty extensive refurbishment, which will actually leave it closed through most of 26 as well. And a similar deal for Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. This is getting a big time upgrade at Magic Kingdom, with its closure period hitting the back half of summer, closing up in August of 25. And yeah, this is another one that won't reopen until 2026. If you're a big history buff, the Hall of Presidents at Magic Kingdom will also be closed for most of the summer. It's likely. There's no announced reopening date for it. Don't expect this one to be around for your trip. And if you are a lover of the Muppets, and I have to say, of course, I am a Rizzo stan myself, of course, there's a good chance you'll be missing a lot of the Muppets goodness that you've come to expect from Hollywood Studios this summer. Muppets Land has been a staple of the park for years, and it's already had some changes. The restaurant there, Melrose's Ristorante Italiano, that closed on May 10th. Probably not a huge loss here. It's never really been super popular, at least not for me. But one that definitely does sting is the permanent closing of Pizza Rizzo and Muppets Vision 3D. Both of those are shuttering on June 7th. So that means a very Muppet-less summer vacation unless you happen to get there before then. And the last really big closure is Test Track over at EPCOT. Admittedly, it is a little bit of a bummer that one of the major rides at EPCOT is going to be closed for most summer vacations. But there is a silver lining here, and that's that Test Track will be reopening in late summer of 2025. Now, usually when Disney uses this kind of language, I expect it to mean late August, and sometimes it can even mean like early September. They really bend and stretch these kind of phrases. One final note to consider on closures and constructions: there will be a reasonable amount of construction happening at Animal Kingdom as they're gearing up to open an entirely brand new land, but I don't think this is really going to have a huge impact on your trip unless you were planning on getting some great snaps inside of Daniel Land USA. Tip number 5, how to prepare for what's new and what's coming. So now we've talked the reasonable doom and gloom of the closures. There's a lot of exciting new stuff coming too, and some of it you're gonna need to have a strategy around. 2 new shows are hitting Hollywood Studios both on the same day, May 27th. So Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After will be taking over the spot that was formerly occupied by Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy. There's no word on if this show will have Lightning Lane access, but as per my usual rule, it almost never makes sense to use Lightning Lanes on a show. Plan to get there early though if you're anywhere near the opening month, as new stuff is always popular. That second show is The Little Mermaid Musical Adventure, also opening on May 27th. A good chance, like the Villain show, this one will be reasonably popular throughout the summer months. I still wouldn't flow a Lightning Lane on it. Instead, I'd plan to arrive about 45 minutes early if you want to secure a great seat in the theater. The next exciting opening to be prepared for is Geo 82. This is a lounge that's inspired by Spaceship Earth, and not surprisingly, that means it's going to be tucked away inside of EPCOT, opening on June 4th. But what you can do right now is take a look at advanced reservations, which will be required if you want to experience either the lounge itself or the fireworks dining package that will be offered as part of Geo 82. So book your reservations for your summer trip now. Another super exciting addition is Disney Starlight Dream the Night Away. This is a new nighttime parade. There hasn't been a nighttime parade at Disney in years. This is coming to the Magic Kingdom. It's going to be just so fun to see the lights of this whole new parade. It's going to feature floats from Moana, Peter Pan, and Kanto, Frozen, you know, the whole lot. Unfortunately, no specifics on exactly when this is opening other than summer of 2025. I'll keep you posted on that. For now, the best bet is to keep an open evening in Magic Kingdom on your schedule somewhere if you're really hoping to catch this parade. You've got great contingency plans if the parade doesn't debut before your trip, like spending the night watching Happily Ever After, that amazing fireworks show anyway. Now, I already mentioned that Test Track will be reopening in late summer 2025. 2025, but what I didn't mention is that this is almost going to be a completely new ride. Test Track is getting a complete reimagining. They're branding it Test Track 2.0, and this should feel like something completely different. If your vacation is lining up for somewhere from mid to late August, it will feel like you're going to be there for a brand new ride's debut. I would definitely put this on your must-ride list, and with it, prioritizing it as part of your Lightning Lane selections for Tier 1. Without Lightning Lane Multipass, this ride is going to be extremely popular for the rest of the summer months, so be prepared for a pretty lengthy standby line. All right, that wraps it up. Those are your 5 essential must-knows for summer 2025 at Walt Disney World. I'll be back here next week with an entirely new video talking all things Disney theme parks. Hit the subscribe button. Let's stay in touch. I'll see you soon.